Hey everybody, thanks for coming to another episode of Adventures in Angular. I'm the host, Aaron Frost with Hero Devs. Today on the panel we have Reznik, Shai Reznik.
Hey. It's Shai Reznik, or Shai Reznik, as Frosty loves to say. And I'm here coming to you live from testangular.com and highres.io, the place to learn Angular and testing.
All the other panelists are on their way to Angular Denver right now. So it's just Shai and I on the panel.
But we can do all the voices. We can do
Yeah.
Elisa and John Papa and Ward and everyone. So don't worry about it. You'll get the full experience.
I dressed up.
Yeah, I have a hat.
Turn on the screen, you'll see. And then as our guest of honor, we have Hans, formerly known as Hans from the Angular team. Yeah, the developer formerly known as Hans from the Angular team.
Now it's just a symbol, like the Angular logo.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Frosty. Hi, Shai. Happy to be here. This is great.
This episode is sponsored by Sentry.io. Recently, I came across a great tool for tracking and monitoring problems in my apps. Then I asked them if they wanted to sponsor the show and allow me to share my experience with you. Sentry provides a terrific interface for keeping track of what's going on with my app. It also tracks releases so I can tell if what I deployed makes things better or worse. They give you full stack traces and as much information as possible about the situation when the error occurred to help you track down the errors. Plus, one thing I love, you can customize the context provided by Sentry. So, if you're looking for specific information about the request, you can provide it. It automatically scrubs passwords and secure information, and you can customize the scrubbing as well. Finally, it has a user feedback system built in that you can use to get information from your users. Oh, and I also love that they support open source to the point where they actually open sourced Sentry if you want to self-host it. Use the code devchat at Sentry.io to get 2 months free on Sentry's small plan. That's code devchat at Sentry.io.
Thanks for coming on. We saw that you made some changes in life, and it was like, hey, let's have Hans on. The community they'll want to have a Hans episode at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I certainly have some questions. I'm excited for you, and I know you've been pretty busy at home for the last few months. What's going on at home?
Oh, yeah. I just had the newborn, a little son. His name is Olivier.
Oh, like Olivier from the Angular team. Is it because of that?
No, although I respect him tremendously, I don't think it was about him. But yeah, sure.
OC Lazy Load Larsen?
Yeah. OC
Lazy Load Larsen.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Dude, first of all, congrats and Mazal Tov. And how many kids do you have?
It's the first one, so the step is
the first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I need to get on that. Yeah.
No. That's okay. Enjoy the first one. Like Frosty have 19. 19, yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I have 2, and I'm telling you, enjoy the first one.
Enjoy the one, yo.
Yeah, enjoy the one.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but my wife and I are making it work, and it's great. It's challenges, right? It's like a startup.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
We heard Olivier in the background consulting with your wife earlier, but he sounds like he's done consulting.
Yes, and he's probably taking a nap now. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. We just gave him some Benadryl. He's good. Oh, there he is. I heard him.
Yeah.
When did you leave the team?
So my last day, for everybody who doesn't know, I'm not working at Google anymore. I'm not on the Angular team. My last day was July 12th, so 2 weeks and a half ago.
That's my birthday.
Is it?
I got what I wanted.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Wow, this is the kind of wish that people
I was
like.
just kidding.
Welcome to the Angular roast pad.
Angular roast with Hans, Lazy Load Larsen.
NG roast.
NG roast.
No. Actually, today is my birthday. Actually, it was yesterday. And I didn't wish for you to leave the team. So at least one of us is a cool dude.
That's true.
Well, yeah.
A lot of people will ask at this point, why did you leave the team? And we know that it's for good reasons, but maybe you can share them yourself.
Yeah, well, a few things. The first one is I've been on the Angular team for almost 4 years. 4 years is a very long time for being on a team. Personally, I think it was time just to, get out there and see what else. I felt that the CLI was at a place where I was comfortable with the people handling it. Like the people that are working now on it are super good people. I'm confident that they can take over my work and make it grow beyond what I was even expecting it to be. And in 4 years, like I've been there since the betas. Like I was there before the RC, and I seen Angular go from 2 beta to 8 version 8.0 this spring. It's just, yeah, everybody grew, the team grew, I grew a lot. Like this was really great for the Angular team for my personal experience. And I think it was a time to go. It was for almost 4 years. I've never been at a job for more than 2 or 3 years. So really, like this is
your longest stint at a job, huh?
Yeah. And
4 years is a long time. It's a long time.
It is.
And you had a lot of challenges during your career. Like I want to hear about them, but before that, I will tell a story regarding you and how I met you. And so, like I don't know, like 3 years or 4 years before NGConf 2016, I think it was. I did like the NG show, and Angular 2 wasn't like ready, and I really wanted it to be ready so I can be harsher, harder on you guys with my jokes. But so I decided like to join and
because jokes are funny when they're partly true, but they were really, really true, and they're not as funny when you're saying too much truth, right?
Exactly.
So you were like, hopefully it comes out so it doesn't sound like a roast.
Yeah, and I actually like toned it down a bit, much more than I wanted to do.
Delete half the jokes.
Yeah, so I wrote. I remember writing Brad that I want to help out with anything that need to be finished, and he said about like the CLI isn't ready yet or they're working on it. So I said, hey, I can help out, like maybe I can join and help. So he just like got me in touch with the team, and like I was added to the Slack channel, and the first guy I talked with was Hans. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect, like, talking with the team, and don't know what, like how they will treat like an outsider or but I just was amazed by Hans, by your attitude, because you're super, super friendly and super helpful, no matter how dumb my question was and how, inexperienced I was, not knowing what to do. And I remember like adding the ng doc feature because it was the easiest thing I could do or something like that, just to learn, how like stuff worked there. And that was my first impression from you, Hans. And since then it got deteriorated.
It's gone down. Yeah, it's gone down.
Yeah, it's gone down towards the impression that I have now. But back then it was like, no, I'm kidding. But and you kept it the same attitude and the same like patience and friendliness. And so first of all, thank you a lot for that. I think you contributed a lot to the team spirit or the positive spirit around the Angular team. And I'm sure like you affected a lot of people that way. So first of all, I just wanted to start with that and saying thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Do you even remember that story?
I remember the NG Doc story. I don't remember meeting him, like being the first to greet him. It was just Mike and I think on the CLI team. Philip at the time was working on docs, and Charles and Alan were not even there yet. So
no, you weren't the first one who greeted me, but you're like the first one I think I asked questions about or something like that. And I thought, and didn't know you. I knew the other people like Igor, like the more veteran back then, and you were super nice. So that's
Yeah. Do you know what my first memory of you is?
Oh no.
I think you were in the office.
Family show.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, let's do a montage of all of these. Yes. The bottle episode. So we were basically, I think you were visiting Mountain View, and you came to me and you kissed me on the cheek.
Yep,
He does
sounds
he
like
did
me.
that one time.
Yeah, and you were filming, and basically you were doing this with all the team. But I think I was talking to somebody, and you just like interrupted and kissed me, and it was like.
Did he say this is how we do it in Israel?
I don't remember that part, but I would believe him because I've never been to Israel. So.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal in Israel too. It's normal. Okay, but I'm glad my wife doesn't hear this podcast, and I'm sure it was. You didn't feel like weird about it. I think you felt it was coming out of a love and appreciation, and not.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. No, that was a big honor for me because I heard your name, I talked to you, I worked a little bit with you, and you were like kind of this celebrity that was doing crazy stuff, and I felt like really included.
And you thought, I wish he would kiss me.
You actually secretly wanted me to kiss you on the cheek. Like
Yeah, maybe that
I
was
can't
my
say it
birthday
out loud,
wish.
but I hope he does it.
Yeah, that you're my man crush. You're my man celebrity crush.
Yeah.
I think we have a video of it of that. Can you play the video? Oh, it's an audio only podcast. Okay, I put it in the show notes.
Show notes.
Yeah, you could see me kissing all of the Angular community.
I'm in it.
Yeah, you're in it, and and actually, there's a twist in the end. So watch it.
Yeah. Wait for it. Wait for it.
So looking back on your career, tell us like the challenging stuff you had to deal with, and how did you solve that and all that stuff?
Yeah, I want to know like some of the hardest things you did. Like the CLI is amazing, right? Shai and I we're agreeing. It's fantastic.
It's not just the CLI, it's schematics, it's everything like regarding like the platform, right? Like the devkit.
Everything in behind the NG binary, I think, is fantastic. So, like, and it's gotten better over the years. Like, it's so good now. I think it's largely it's the most undersold piece of what makes Angular fantastic. I'm sure it didn't get there just because you guys woke up and it's still mostly the Ember CLI. I know you guys have customized it like largely. So, what are some of the hardest things you've had to do?
If I had to pick one, like the toughest piece that we had to deal with was definitely webpack. And so I don't know if you remember the betas of the CLI, but we were using the Ember, what's it called? Broccoli, I think.
Yeah.
The build system. And we had to basically just like, Sean Larkin at the time just came to us and says like, hey guys, how about you use webpack? Because webpack is awesome and it does awesome things. And we looked at it and we said like, yes, webpack would be a neat way to solve some of our problems and make like the binary smaller and faster. So yeah, moving to webpack was definitely the first like big challenge. It was a lot of efforts from Sean. Sean helped a lot. Mike did a lot of work too. Rob Wormald actually did a lot of work too, and that was great.
Wormwald?
Yeah, Rob.
Wormwald or Wormwald?
Rob. Rob Rodmond. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The guy on it.
We nailed it.
and it was a lot of effort. It lasted 6 months, I think, before we had actually the first like release, or the first official beta release with it, with Webpack as a default build system. And it was insane. A lot of work went into it, and that was great. That was literally my first big challenge on the CLI team. I don't know when I joined the CLI. I think Mike was working before me alone on the CLI.
Rocky?
Yeah, Brocky. So Mike was working on the CLI. So the CLI, if you don't know a little bit of history, like here we can like just open up.
Your associate is awake.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't talk about that if that upsets him.
Yeah,
He misses Mike. He misses Mike, man.
That's
we all
true.
Miss Mike.
But essentially, like, it was just a intern project. The CLI was an intern project. Like, oh, let's take Ember CLI and make something that works for Angular. And not a lot of thoughts went into it. Mike took over after, I don't remember the name, but he's still in the commit history. If you go to the first commits, the intern that was working on it. And I'm sorry for forgetting his name. But yeah, Mike took over, and then I was working on the material team at the time. And I was looking for something, to own a little bit. And
So is that where you started on the Angular team? You started on the material team, or where did you start?
Yeah, I started on the material team. Actually, the material team was basically just Jeremy and I. And then Kara joined. And no, Jeremy, Rob, and I. Sorry, another Rob. Oh, my God. Whew, sorry, I'm just...
Another Rob, not Rob.
Yeah.
Naruwa?
No, not Wormall.
Rizurul.
So anyway, and then we were entirely Ember from start to finish. We were using Blueprints, we were using Broccoli, we were doing everything in the Ember way. And slowly we moved from Broccoli to Webpack, which a lot of people were pissed about, and that was also my first real work. Yeah, just like that. The community about moving to Webpack felt a little bit like that.
Like OC Lazy Load, huh? Like Olivier.
Lazy load.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was pissed that we were moving away from Broccoli because everybody was doing their own stuff, and we were like, no, trust us. Like, Webpack is going to be awesome. And I think we actually nailed it pretty well. Oh my God. He's supposed to sleep right now, so that's great.
It's okay. We are all parents. We know that. And if you can just turn on the mute button.
Instead of talking.
Don't talk it's anymore. In the forehead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to continue my story.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He's on mute.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you guys told me to do.
Yeah. No.
He meant the mute button on the baby.
Oh, I see.
On the baby.
We haven't figured that one out yet. Is there one? Can you tell us?
Not all babies have them.
Rookies. Yeah. Anyway.
So the second artist, like in my mind, like the other one that was the artist was probably the 6.0 release a year ago, where we moved from the Angular config file to the workspace file and started doing all this crazy stuff for customization and architecture builders. And
did you start with the schematic that upgraded RxJS from 5 to 6? Was that one of the things you worked on?
No, I was supporting. Who worked on that? I think Jason Aiden and Ben Lash, of course, worked on that one. But we were supporting all the update flow. ng update was a huge feature, and it was really important that it succeeds because this makes like life easier for everybody. I didn't work that much on that one.
So I know that in speaking with the NGRX team, they love when people complain about boilerplate. That's their favorite thing. So what's your favorite complaint about the CLI?
My favorite complaint? I don't know. There was a funny one where people were asking us to support CoffeeScript. There was
instead of TypeScript?
Yeah, instead of TypeScript, and Jade templates instead of HTML templates. And yeah, that's just funny in the sense like, okay, that's weird. That's not really standard.
Yeah.
But the community, oh God, I have no idea. I can't really answer that. Well, there used to be a lot of complaints from the community about like customization and I want to create my own commands. I want to create my own stuff. And I think we've solved most of this with like the latest architect and the latest schematics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't have a clear answer for you.
No, you're good. You're good. I just am trying to.
You're positive.
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
Person. You're a nice guy.
I try.
He tried to trick you, but you didn't fail.
Yeah.
So you said like the webpack, and the workspace. So those are like the challenges. What about like migration path from like versions? That seems like a tough thing to work on. And
yeah, so if I had to highlight some future like challenges that the team is going to face is really There is definitely some problems with upgrades from one version of Angular to another. Although the team is doing a lot of good works on that, like it feels really wonky because you're working, like for example, when you have to upgrade TypeScript, for example, you're working with two versions of TypeScript, and sometimes like the symbols might not align. Working with TypeScript in general is a problem because third-party schematics might use a version of TypeScript that you don't have installed on your project. This feels almost like more like an NPM discussion than an Angular CLI discussion, because it seems like a lot of these problems could be solved at the package level, the package manager, rather than the tooling. But yeah, like when you upgrade from one version to another, like for example, Material used this hack in version 5 to 6 for the NG update. Sorry, they basically installed the npm packages and then moved. What was it exactly? I don't remember. They moved their own packages out and then reloaded them with TSLint so that they would execute and then remove them. There was this temporary directory that they moved stuff in, because npm, once something is loaded in memory, it basically needs to be unloaded. So you need to reload it. And like for TypeScript versions and for TSLint versions and for their own dependencies like RxJS, they needed to do crazy stuff like that. Schematics is cool, but because of the nature of npm, it really makes things a little bit harder when you load something and it's not the version that you're expecting. We see that in GitHub issues right now. I'm still guilty of following the GitHub issues from time to
just
time.
Cannot detach from it.
Yeah.
You're addicted.
You can't just like give somebody a repo for so long and he's going to forget about it.
So, two questions. My first question is, what's next for Hans?
Well, I can say because I signed last week. I signed a job offer.
Woohoo!
So I wanted to take a few weeks to work like on my little one and work with the family a little bit until things can stabilize. And then I was looking for a new job somewhere entirely different. I'm gonna work
lumberjack.
Yeah. What?
Crab fishing.
Yeah.
Oh,
crab fishing in Alaska. Yeah.
Crab fishing.
Yeah.
I heard crowd fishing, which I don't know what it is. You fish someone from the crowd.
That sounds good, actually. That sounds like a good extreme sport or something.
Yeah.
Extreme sport. So what's the job?
The company is called Definity, and they're building a new kind of cloud, a decentralized cloud computer to run your software. They're building on technology like blockchain and decentralized computing and encryption. I'm going to help build their SDK. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be similar, but different.
Which SDK? The JavaScript one or which one?
Their SDK for building on the Definity. So they have their own language, and they're using Rust, Haskell, and TypeScript. So
wow.
Cool.
So you cannot use like stuff you used on the Angular team. So you will change the name. Like instead of schematics, it will be Spermavis.
Yes.
Like that, right? It will
Blueprints.
Them and copy all the code. Just like change the name, right?
Well, it's an open source project, so I think I can do that. I can just reuse schematics. Can I? I don't know.
Maybe.
That was the goal when I created it.
That's what Jules said. Like I asked her if she's gonna copy all the code. Anyway, never mind. Never mind about that. I cannot tell you about that. Okay,
right.
So never mind.
I'm excited about your new job. My second question was, and maybe you're different than me. The older I've gotten, the more of my friends are the people I spend most time with, like at work and stuff. So you just did 4 years on that team. So who are you gonna miss the most?
Oh,
yeah,
on the team.
Yeah,
except for me and Frosty.
Yeah.
Well, so that's a trick question because they're still living nearby. So everybody on the team, like the people that I'm friend with the most, like I'll definitely see outside of work. I mean, we're doing board games and stuff.
You guys like play D&D and stuff, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. But if I had to put like people from the community, which I probably won't see until like a while, I don't know if I'm going to show up at Angular Connect or NGConf or Angular Denver. I might, but I won't be like presenting. So the ones that I'm going to miss, well, you guys definitely. I mean,
just saying it because we're here and we're pointing a gun. But
what? Yeah, no.
Be frank. Be honest.
Yeah, you guys. No, definitely. It was really fun hanging out with you guys. Mike,
Rocky,
yeah, Philip. Well, the people from the CLI team in general.
Philip Silva.
Yep, definitely gonna miss them. Well, I mean, Mishko and Igor are great guys. I don't think we've ever been like close friends, but I'm gonna miss their like little bits of wisdom.
Oh, that's too bad. They were here like last week, and they said they were like good friends of you. So now that you're not saying like that, okay. Anyway, those guys.
Yeah. But yeah, most of the people on the team itself that I'm gonna see them. It's not like I'm moving away to like another continent or going for the summer. I will see like Jeremy Alborn, Steven, Kara, Alex, Rob, all those guys. Yeah.
Cool.
If I can end up pronouncing his name right at some point. But...
Yeah.
It's good he doesn't make that a requisite to be his friend. Lucky for us, right?
Say my name.
Yes.
Say my name.
Say it again.
Say it again.
No, say it. I forgot my name. What's my name?
What's my name?
Tell me my name.
Row.
Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
You're my friend. That's funny. Hans, I'm excited for you. I think this is cool for you and your family to get a new chance to work on the cloud-based blockchain decentralization.
Buzzwords,
yeah.
Cloud, 10x, engineer, move, it's exciting, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really, really excited for your new workplace to have you like a new team member because you're awesome.
Yeah.
And I really meant what I said before.
You're really sweet.
It's truly a loss for the Angular team, but we're happy for you as your friends.
Don't see it as a loss. See it as a fork in the path. Like the Angular team is going to grow. They're still going to produce software. There's going to be a version 9.0, and it's going to be better than what we have right now.
Because of your hard work.
Thank you, Shai. Thank you.
So, is there any untold stories you want to tell before we kind of end this? Before you kind of say your last goodbye on the podcast to the Angular community? Any like skeletons you want to pull out before you?
Oh God, it's that time.
Yeah,
I can get like
clickbait. This is the clickbait title for the episode.
Yeah.
Hans Bears. Oh, you'll never guess what he said.
I can take my shirt off too if you want.
But yeah, it's audio only, so
yeah.
Oh, that's sad. I don't know. Untold stories. I don't think. No.
You got nothing. You're an open book.
I'm really bad at this. You guys should have sent me the notes before, and I could have taken like some time to think about it.
That's okay. You can tell me again how I kissed you when I first saw you.
That is definitely. I should have kept that for the last part. Yes.
For the pics.
Yeah. I got drunk a few times on conferences. That was great.
And what happened next?
Yeah. And then
we created the workspace file.
And then we got rid of Angular config in the workspace file. and then we made the builders.
Yeah.
More like then you wrote the builder documentation. I tried to read the builder documentation and I realized I was too stupid to read the builder documentation.
No. I believe in you.
I used to believe in myself until I tried to read the builder documentation.
And you lost confidence. And
now, It showed me, don't. You're not good enough. You're not good enough for something.
I was confused by the word architect. I thought it was like, just like we're saying professions now. Architect and builder.
Vis-a-vis.
You're right, First. You're just not smart enough. I read it. I read it and it was like a breeze,
Yeah.
Did you read the blog post or did you read the documentation?
I tried both. Neither of them helped me.
Well, then I feel bad because I wrote the blog post, but I didn't write the documentation. So I was hoping.
What helped me the most, to be honest, was reading the code from NGX Build Plus. That was the one that helped me the most. I was like, oh, okay, I can make a builder.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had a hard time on it.
Great way to end with a compliment.
Yeah,
First.
great job on the blog though. It was
always positive. Always positive. Always have something nice to say.
Let's send kudos to Manfred, who accomplished something I couldn't do.
Manfred accomplishes.
Yeah.
He does that every day of the year. He accomplishes stuff other people can't do though. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
I think that would be
super coder.
My next challenge is like trying to, dumb it down for people to understand. Yeah. I was trying to be nice, but yes.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever watched the episode of The Office where Michael Scott says, "Explain it to me like I'm a third grader"?
Yes.
And then they explain it to him as best they can, and he goes, "Okay, now explain it to me like I'm a first grader." Because the third, that's how I am,
Well, that's great.
Well, cool. Hans, you're awesome. I'm glad that we all got a chance to cross paths and that the Angular community kind of brought us together. And like Shai said, thanks for all the hard work.
Yeah. Well, it was an honor for me to work on the CLI. Like, let's be honest, like, if at my next job, if we can get a community as awesome as the Angular community, I'll be really glad and really proud, because this is definitely like the open source community. As far as I've seen, the Angular one is completely out of this world. It's great, and it made life easy for me. Like in the last 4 years, to when you work for people who are great as that, it's just makes it worth it. So really, like, it was an honor for me to work on the CLI.
I wish I could just like hug you now, reach out to my webcam and hug you, Hans, put you inside of a chocolate cake and eat only your ears. So thank you for being super nice.
I will have to get to a conference at some point and make like one last hug to everybody.
Yeah, you should do it in NGConf.
NGConf, we'll make it happen next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy a ticket with my own money.
Well, hopefully you have some blockchain money by then.
Yeah.
You can buy it
Hopefully you mine some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I accept blockchain and all that stuff.
Yeah, we accept blockchain payments.
Do you? Bitcoins?
No, it's probably, I don't know.
You said it.
Yeah.
You just said it.
I'll make it happen if it's a deal stop. If it's a deal killer, I'll make it work.
I'm gonna buy a Bitcoin right now, and I'm gonna pay my next NGConf ticket with it.
It's not that expensive. You only need like an eighth of the Bitcoin, bro.
Fair enough. You don't know. Maybe the price will go down.
Yeah. Well, cool. All right.
Dedicate a song for you in the musical.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a song about all the things that are dead, like controllers are dead. All the things that have come and gone, right? Like
those in the wind.
Remember the controllers are dead. Talk. Rip controllers. Maybe we'll have one of those dust in the wind.
Yeah.
And we'll sing about Hans.
What a way to end the podcast. Okay, let's see.
Hans is gone.
Hey, are you working on a complex enterprise Angular application? Angular Bootcamp is an intensive 3-day workshop class to learn the basics of Angular through sophisticated techniques for real-world applications. They update the class regularly for the most current Angular, and a lot of the curriculum is also relevant to older versions. Or you can go beyond the 3-day class with help from Oasis Digital, the team behind Angular Bootcamp. They can assist your team or launch your project, including scalability, data flow, state management, service architecture, full stack product design, and a ton more. Or you can contact them for a private class at your location or attend public classes in cities around the US and occasionally in Europe. Online live instructor training is also available at angularbootcamp.com.
Should we move on to the picks?
The peaks.
The peaks. Shai, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Of course. I'm pretty sure I already picked that this website, but I will pick it again because it's so good. 16 personalities, super cool test that you do in 6 minutes, and it gives you like a breakdown of your character, strengths and weaknesses, and everything. And it helped me a lot, especially with hiring people and with like understanding how to work with other people, and everybody's like has a different type, and it's really, really insightful. So this is my peak.
It's cool, yo. I did it the other day. I got protagonist.
Yeah. Nice. So interesting. We're pretty like close. It's the one next to me in the chart.
What are you?
I am a campaigner.
You're the campaigner. My twin brother got campaigner.
Maybe I'm your twin brother.
Yeah, it's a cool set. My wife found it, and she's like, she felt really explained by the result. And so she's like, you got to do this. And it's helpful. I'm going to pick, last weekend, I'm sitting there, and I'm watching the shows, and the Netflix is like, hey, watch this. And I'm like, all right. So I click on it. It's called Black Hole Apocalypse. Basically the most interesting science show I may have ever watched. I couldn't stop watching. I watched it like 2 times all the way through. It taught me more about black holes than I ever really knew, and it helped me conceptualize them better than I ever really had been able to. Anyone like famous scientists, astrophysicist level people were on it. It was really, really cool, and I felt like
Kaku?
I don't know if he was on it, but there was quite a few people. So anyway, yeah, Black Hole Apocalypse. Check it out.
The documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah. Hans, you got a pick?
Wait, what am I picking?
Don't pick schematics.
Yeah, anything you want in the world that you just something that you're like, hey, try this.
Try this.
Or something you love.
Try being a parent.
Like, hey, try not sleeping. Like that. Like something that.
Yeah, if I look back at the last 4 months, it's try having a kid. It's a transforming experience. Teach you more about yourself than you wish you knew, and it teach more about your wife too, or your significant other.
But it's not for everyone, you know. You don't like people who listen to Hans now and say, well,
it's Friday night. What are we going to do? Oh, I don't know. Let's have a baby.
Yeah. If you're not into that, like, don't do it, because it's really like it's responsibility and you need to pay for that and all that stuff.
Yeah. So something that's more for everybody, like try to go out and have a drink with people that you love. I had my brother over last week, and we went out to try some breweries around the Bay Area, and it was great. So just that. You don't even have to drink alcohol. If you don't drink alcohol, you just have a drink with somebody you love.
Go out more. You will regret it in your 80s. If you...
Yep. Nobody under that bed ever said, I wish I worked more, or I was more indoor, or my WoW character needs one more level.
Yeah, I agree. Hans, thanks for coming on, man. If anyone wants to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Twitter is definitely out there. My Twitter handle is Ansel@work. So HANSLATWORK.
Hansel at work.
Yep. Otherwise, just, I have my GitHub account. Just call Shai. He knows how to reach me.
Yeah, if you see him in the street, just kiss him. He's okay with it.
Yeah, he likes it.
He likes it.
Well, you have to have a reason.
Yeah? What has changed? Anyway.
I'm not that kind of person anymore, Shai.
Oh, damn it.
The kids changed.
Anyway, thank you so much, Hans. And
thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks, man. And everyone listening, we will catch you next time. Peace.
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 Bandwidth for this segment is provided by CacheFly, the world's fastest CDN. Deliver your content fast with CacheFly. Visit CacheFly.com to learn more.